What's going on, everybody? This is your sis Alicia, and I'm super excited because you're here in my studio. I'm able to tell you about a project that we've been working on, and it's really incredible because it's here right now, and it's one of my favorite electric keyboards, and so we're calling it Alicia's Electric Keys. You might be familiar with Alicia's Keys, kind of the best keys in the universe. So Alicia's Electric Keys is really exciting. We've partnered with our friends at Native Instruments, and so I'm here to introduce you to this universe, and I can't believe it's here. It's fire. I think growing up in New York, for sure, the magic of New York City, the diversity of the people here is so incredible. You know, I remember growing up listening to soul music and hip hop and salsa, and like, you know, there's just no limit to what you're hearing out of the cars, out of the windows, in the subways. I mean, even the rhythm of the train itself is music, you know? So I think that New York City energy has always given me a certain fire, a certain diversity, a certain gumbo that has always gone into the music. And that's one of my favorite, I think it's one of my secret like sauces, is that you get a mixture of everything. And that's what New York gave me. You know, what happens here in this studio is, you know, we definitely love to collect different keyboards and sonics and sounds, and we'll put up a bunch of keyboards, we'll put up different sounds. We got Jupiters, we got CP70s, we got Rhodes, we got Wurlitzers, we got pianos, whatever it is, and we just have a ball. And I remember the CP70 became quickly one of my favorite instruments. I think because I've played piano my whole life, it's obviously very familiar to me as a piano player, but it's also just unique. It has this kind of, it could become dreamy, it can become kind of tough and raw. I like that it has that electric sound to it, but it also feels very organic. You know, there's something about it that just, it has its thing. And I started to discover, oh shoot, some of my favorite Prince songs, you know, CP70 was his favorite. Oh shoot, U2 uses the CP70. You know, there's so many cool artists that I've been inspired by over the years that you start to recognize the sonic. So I think because it's a bit different than the piano, it's, you know, the piano's very acoustic and this has an electric feel to it. It feels like I find when I touch a keyboard, I know right away when it's good for me because it makes me write something. One of the biggest breakthroughs for me with the CP70 was when we started to create the song Girl on Fire. At that time, I was really recognizing that for all my producer life prior to that moment, I thought that we needed, you know, 20 sounds in a song to make it sound big. The more you put in, it must make it sound bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was exploring with a lot of different sounds and things like that. And slowly but surely through the Girl on Fire process, I realized that that's not right. That actually to make a song sound big, you need less so that there's more space. And it was a beautiful lesson for me. It was crazy. It just opened up so much for me. And so Girl on Fire is one of the coolest examples of how a CP70 is so special and how Alicia's Electric Keys is like such a special sonic, because we started to break it down and kind of create different sounds based off of this keyboard. And would reamp the sounds, and we'd add tremolos on them, and we added all these different effects to it, and it made another instrument like. So I played the piano for the main part. We know what a piano sounds like. And then we started to mess with this sound that we kind of started to call the B3. We kind of made it sound like an organ. So this sound is like the main sound of Girl on Fire. Like you recognize kind of that sound the most. And it was based off of us really paying attention to the CP70 and the diversity of the sonic. I like this one here, the rotator too. So this is another kind of like version of it. If you break down the entire Girl on Fire record, you're gonna hear this same sound in about 4 totally different ways. And to me, it was one of the most exciting things we created, because it taught me that even with one sound, you can make a universe. You can make a whole universe. So it's really exciting, and it's fun, and obviously it's really fun to explore and play, and you're gonna love playing with this. Another special feature that felt very personal is that my personal CP70, we wrapped it and put these beautiful words on it for a particular performance that I was doing. And it just felt so good, and it felt so meaningful that we just kept it like that. And so it stayed in the room that way till now. And so those words that you actually see when you see the artwork is words that are meaningful to me and to music and to this moment. And so we wanted to include that as well, so you could really feel that personal touch. I'm so excited for y'all to experience Alicia's Electric Keys. We've been plotting this for a minute. We care so much about the quality of the sound, and Native Instruments is so good about all of that, and the way that it feels, it really creates that organic sonic that you would get if you had this keyboard right here. And so I'm excited for people to get into this. I'm excited for people to fall in love with it. I'm excited for this to be one of your favorite sounds that you're using in all your creations. Like we said, there's a number of ways, not only from what's on the presets, but what you can create with your own imagination, and how you want to add more warmth or add more noise to the keys, or whatever creative thing you might want to come up with is all here for you. And I'm super excited that you get to experience one of my all-time favorite sounds. I think this is a beautiful assistant to finding your spirit, finding that expression. I love seeing, especially how young women producers, writers, arrangers, musicians are really taking all these sounds and creating what's new. So I'm excited that this continues that vibe, and that there's so many amazing people on the come up killing it. You gotta hit me. You gotta send me the songs. You gotta, everybody who's coming up and working on stuff in your bedroom, whatever you're doing, like, get into this one. It's gonna add a layer that you've been missing.